saw it during the global financial crisis quite a bit. A lot of austerity measures, 2010, the Tea Party movement was fully, around keeping government spending in check. That's not what we've seen, from either side of the aisle over the past 15, 20 years now. So it's just really interesting. And I think maybe there are some alarm bells that they don't want to explicitly, put out there in the news. But I do think that there is a point where, we're well over 100% debt to GDP ratio at this point.
It was around 10 years ago or so. I talked about this in a LinkedIn post a while back, but one of the most stable holders of US government bonds are central banks in other countries who are using US treasuries to balance the valuation of their own currencies against the US dollar. And for a long time, the availability of US debt sort of kept pace with the demand from central banks around the world. And in about 2015 or so, that stopped. And, the pace at which, the demand from central banks decelerated and the rate of US debt accelerated. And so that's created this, additional sort of glut of U.S. debt that is going to other institutions, which are in some cases more likely to sell or buy based on market conditions, other than that more stable component of demand to prop up currencies. So definitely going to be an interesting story to watch over the coming months as we see a lot of this playing out both in in Washington and in the markets.